Hi, I'm Jesse Timmons, and I play the younger poet in An Iliad.
And hi, I'm David Menton. I play the elder poet in An Iliad.
After I get off of stage,
Yeah.
I think I wish I could do it again.
Yeah.
And I wonder, what is some advice you would really love to give yourself before you go on stage
Wow.
next time?
Wow, what a great question. Well, one thing is, I think what you find in theater as an actor is that the more relaxed you are and the more you're on top of your lines is preparation. So if you've done the homework, you've done your preparation, and you can just relax. And after all this time doing theater as long as I have, the relaxation part I'm still working on.
Yes.
So I think to answer your question, I hope by the end of the run, I always love doing the show, but I hope I can just truly relax because then I can access everything that I want to access.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel as though I told myself last night, there's no reason to be nervous. What is a moment for you that's equivalent to winning the Super Bowl?
There's nothing like, and you might, I think you understand what I'm talking about here. When you're in the zone and you forget about everything else and you're just there with these words, in the case of Shakespeare, in the case of this play, incredible words, and you're getting to say them, and you feel the character and you feel the power with the audience. I mean, that's essential. I mean, without the audience, then it's great, but with the audience, you feel this kind of hum, this thing that's happening between you. When those moments happen, it's just the most freeing, wonderful, mountaintop experience ever.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's it for me.
Yeah.
How about for you?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
I think that it is that the being in the zone where you do lose yourself and you get past
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah.
And yes, there are moments when I go backstage and I do almost cry. Actually, the first night that we did the play,
Yeah,
it felt good because
Yeah.
we had an audience
yeah,
and we got the
Yeah.
standing ovation,
Yeah.
and I said to you, we did it.
yeah.
That felt
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
That felt very good.
Yeah.
And you do want more of that because it is kind of tough to get past yourself
It is.
and not think you're going to do it this particular way.
That's right.
Like
And
this.
it changes every night, as we know. What during the rehearsal period for An Iliad stood out for you?
I think that doing rehearsal, especially if you're hard on yourself, which I can be, it's like doing it in front of cardboard because you have no audience.
yeah,
So when we had an audience,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah.
But I do remember one night where you and Maya were both in as the directors, and you all were hammering me so hard, and I really had to regulate. I had to, because I almost a few times said, this is
Enough.
getting me upset. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But I listened to what you guys had to say, and I just said I'm going to just take what they have and take what they give and work with it. But it was a particularly frustrating night. There were a lot of nights like that where I felt like, I don't know if this is going to go so well.
Yeah, but you absorbed it. And that's the great thing about you, Jesse, is that and this is not the case with all actors in the world, but what directors like is just an actor who can just receive. They may not be able to turn it into exactly what the director wants, but just to be calm enough to receive it, which you're great at.
Oh, thank you.
And you have this ability to say, okay, all right, well, let me think about that and let me work on it.
Yeah, I think it's true in life. I think it's just like my grandmother said to me. She said, just struggle along.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's what you have to do, is just struggle along,
Yeah.
whatever it is that you're doing.
Well, how would you compare this particular experience with others that you've had?
What's so pleasurable is being able to portray so many different powerful emotions and moments for a person to have, particularly like Hector facing down his death.
Yeah.
That's a really blessed opportunity to be able to try to portray that.
Right.
And just the different characters that I have to play.
You play a lot of characters in the show. I play 3 or 4, but I mean, Patroclus, Hector, Hecuba, Andromache, Helen, Achilles. Yeah, it's a lot. it's interesting. I was thinking about this in relation to Constitution, which is a fabulous production that team has done, that Katie and her team has done. Constitution is kind of takes one almost snapshot, America being the snapshot view of the problem. How do we govern ourselves? And a lot of nations ask that question. And Iliad is about the archetype of war and rage. In a way, it doesn't have anything new to say, but it reminds us again and again when we go through the list of wars. Darn, it's very fresh. I mean, when we actually look at it and we look at this old text, we go, God, things don't really change, do
Nothing
they?
new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun, but they could be, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe if we learn, maybe. Anything that you want to do at the show that you haven't done yet?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think that it is what we're striving for, is that great wave
Yes.
as a surfer,
Being
in the moment.
Would you say this is a tiring play to do?
I feel energized at the end of it. I think that the feeling of accomplishment that I have of working with you and Maya and finding those moments, nobody can ever take that away.
Spots of times are those things that when you think back on them, they call you back again and again with their eloquence, because there's something in that moment that when you look back on it, it fills you, it enriches you. That's what this play has been for me. It's been a spot of time that is just kind of really, really fragile and beautiful and will stay with me forever.
Same.
Yeah. Come see An Iliad playing at Live Arts Theater.
Live on stage until October the 27th.